Okay guys, it looks like we can wrap it up. And what are you doing here? Oh, you're not meant to be. Wait a minute. Guys, there's someone here. What? Look, mate, this is a little bit embarrassing. Like, you're not meant to be here. This page means that you've gone to the wrong place, but that probably means we sent you to the wrong place. Like, mate, this is embarrassing. Like, sorry. Okay, so you're on a 404 page. Like, this is a 404 page. There's nothing here for you. It's empty. Like, I don't know what you're looking for. Maybe you were on an old link from another website and you came in through the back door a bit. Maybe we forgot about this page. Jeez, I hope you didn't come here from one of the pages on our website. Like, that would be really embarrassing. But you're here now, and I really don't know what to show you. So, mate, there's a menu. Like, head up to the menu and check out the menu, and maybe you'll find something interesting. Maybe you'll find out what you're after. FAQ. We've got an FAQ section which is for frequently asked questions. But yeah, check it out. It might have an answer that you're after. Might have a question that you never knew you wanted to question. But maybe you're trying to buy something. Ooh, the shop's up there, and you'll see me on these other pages telling you, well, not telling you, but just asking you what you're after, and maybe I'll be able to help you there, because I'll ask you what sort of things you're after. Like, are you trying to monitor one fridge or a bunch of fridges? And once I've got that information, I can then point you in a better direction. But this is a 404 page, and I've really got no idea why you're here. Yeah. Oh, mate, you're on the Cleverlogger site. Like, we sell Cleverlogger. We developed Cleverlogger. This is Cleverlogger. Welcome to Cleverlogger. Yeah, what's Cleverlogger? Oh, geez, I'm glad you hypothetically asked. It's a wireless temperature monitoring system. It wirelessly monitors temperature, and yet you're still none the wiser. Well, hopefully you are, because hopefully you're here looking for a wireless temperature monitoring system. But if not, here's what we do. You got something that's temperature sensitive. Let's just say a vaccine or food, or I don't know, whatever's temperature sensitive. And you are sick of your staff wasting time manually recording the temperature. We'll automate it for you. So you just put a Cleverlogger logger in your fridge. Whew, that's it. And then we've got another little device called a gateway. Gateway sits on your network and then talks to our cloud server. At this stage, you're just rapt. You're going, oh, mate, this is really, really exciting. I'm glad I'm on this 404 page learning this useless stuff. But here's where it gets cool. So this is what we can do for you. So once we know what your fridge temperature is, we can run reports automatically and send them to you. You don't have to do anything. We just send them to you. Something goes wrong in your fridge, we can tell you straight away via email, via phone notification. We've got a couple of cool things in the pipelines, but I'm spending time here telling you that you're on the wrong page rather than doing development and making more stuff happen. But anyway, yeah, that's it. So that's Cleverlogger. We can help you monitor your fridges, tell you as soon as there's a problem, and give you awesome reports. That's really it. So if you want to know more, like up there's something that tells you more. But you're still here. There's a contact us. Somewhere up there. Okay, and I don't know. There's free pizza. We give away free pizza. We don't. But it would be really interesting to know if anyone ever makes it this far into my 404 page and goes, hey, where's the free pizza you offered me? Oh, I'm almost tempted, first person to ever come back to us to say, hey, where's the free pizza? I'll give you free pizza. I won't make it a general one because then you'll share it to all your mates and then I'll have to give away 2 pizzas. That was a joke. Because you've got nothing better to do with your time, I might as well tell you a couple more jokes. Dad jokes. I tried to catch the fog last night, but I missed. They don't get any better than that. I once wrote a cookbook. It's called The Rotten Food Cookbook. If you want a free copy of that I would probably give away to you and your friend for free. Just mention it. Because obviously you've got nothing better to do, so you may as well be giving yourself food poisoning with the Rotten Food Cookbook. I wrote another book. It's called Thinking for Yourself. It's got as much content in it as this 404 page. Zippo. Zilch, there's nothing. Look at that. Because I want you to think for yourself. Unlike you, came to this page to try and get something more than nothing, but you're getting nothing. If you want a copy of Thinking for Yourself, just ask. There's not many more freebies you're going to get here, so you may as well go. Just no such thing as a free lunch. Well, there is, but you'd be going through garbage bins to get it, and chances are it'd be giving you the same effect as the Rotten Food Cookbook. You really don't have anything better to do with your time, do you? Could tell you a story. There was a cornflake. Woke up one morning and discovered it was at the bottom of the container of cornflakes and was feeling crushed. Devastated, in fact. So it wanted to get to the top. And this cornflake had visions of being at the top. Much like everyone. This was the Donald Trump of cornflakes. So it started climbing its way up past all its mates and everything, and it was getting towards the top of the pack. And suddenly, just as it was getting towards the top, someone grabs the pack, has a look and goes, nah, puts back again, and the cornflake tumbles all the way to the bottom. Next day, cornflake wakes up, goes, that's it. I'm going to the top. I'm not going to let yesterday's setback set me back. This is it. Today, I'm going to make it to the top. So the cornflake starts. Spends the day getting towards the top. Feeling really, really, really positive. And then what happens is 3 o'clock hits, kids come home from school and they go racing into the pantry. They push the cornflake pack aside on their way to whatever the kids aren't meant to be eating at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which is pretty much everything in the pantry. And the cornflake box falls over. Picks it up, cornflake tumbles all the way to the bottom. Just remember, you're on a 404 page because you're not meant to be here and you're still here. Okay, so the cornflake. It's all the way at the bottom. But this is where life lessons start to kick in, because you need to know that there are times where perseverance pays off and you just have to pick yourself up. And yes, this cornflake's had a setback, and yes, this cornflake had a second setback, but it was going to let it stop. So it picked itself up, started up the pile of cornflakes, past all its mates again, and they're going, oh yeah, you're going. They're skeptical. They know that the cornflake's not going to make it. You know, no cornflake ever makes it to the top. But this cornflake, it's heard all the self-help talks. It knows that all it has to do is visualize have a goal, tangible goal. I am going to make it to the top of the pack. Measurable, top of the pack, not the bottom of the pack. Time frame, I'm doing it today. It's got a goal. It's going to do it. It's got the determination. It's got the means. Nothing's going to hold it back. Sets out again. It's a bit of a tough day. Gets 3/4 of the way up there, but it's not giving up. It can see the top. It just has to wait. So it decides, okay, my goal it wasn't quite achievable, but that's okay. I'm going to give myself 2 days. 2 days to make it to the top this time. And so it stops to rest. Next morning, it's cornflake day. Kids rush in, they grab the cornflakes, and they go racing down to the table, and they're about to pour themselves cornflakes. Remember, this cornflake, 3/4 of the way up towards the top. This could be the lucky break. That top could just be wiped out. That'd be number one. Instantly, just instant views of the top. Cornflake's excited. It's watching. The kid's about to pour. The mother walks in and goes, "Hey kids, I thought we'd go out for breakfast today. How about we go to insert name of fast food joint here, or nice cafe, or I don't know, wherever you go for breakfast. You should get some food. Now would be a golden opportunity. You're on a 404 page. You're doing nothing. Just get some food. Have a coffee. Chances are you are having a coffee. I should get a coffee. Come back here, sit down and join you." There's no coffee. Okay. The family goes. On the way out, they take the cereal, cornflakes, put it back on the shelf. Of course, cornflake, all the way down to the bottom. Friends laugh, but it's when times are tough that you know who your friends are. And there's one friend comes along and looks at this cornflake and he goes, "You can do it. I've got confidence in you." And sometimes that's what you need in life. Someone just to support you in your moment of need. And so sure enough, this cornflake jumps up. And with the help of their cornflake number 2 friend, the two of them go to the top. And they don't do it in 1 day. They don't do it in half a day. Within a quarter of a day, these 2 cornflakes reach the top. And as they look out, that's the end of chapter 1, because this joke's a cereal. Yeah, it's a 404 page. You don't have anything better to do. You're just like, you're meant to be elsewhere. I'm meant to be elsewhere. You could go. You could click any of these menu items, but you don't. You are still here. I'm here. I'm not here. You're by yourself. There's no one. You're all alone. You may as well go. Shoo. Disappear. Come on. Just focus. I could do shadow puppets. I can't. I could do magic tricks. Can't. I could juggle. Juggle invisible balls. Here we go. Ready. We'll start with 1. Okay. So once you've got 1 going, then you throw in a second one. Okay. Once you've got... Mate, I can't talk and juggle at the same time. I better start this one again. Okay. So we'll get 1 ball going. Okay. And now we'll do 2 balls. Okay. Now we'll put in a 3rd ball. This is getting tricky. Okay. Now we're going to do 2-handed juggling. Okay, so this is looking good. Okay, now I'm going to do a bowling ball as well. Okay, and now we're down to one hand, and watch this for true juggling. Ready, set, no hands. Look at that, magic. Who said I couldn't do? Okay, I can't do it for too long. My apologies. Jokes aren't going to get any better than this. You may as well go somewhere up there. Learn about Cleverlogger. Awesome product. It saves you a huge amount of time. It just automates all your temperature logging requirements, so your staff don't have to waste time every day or once a week, whatever, recording the temperature. Great idea. Someone should have invented it. Oh, we did. Just saying, it's an Australian invention. Here in Sydney, well, technically it's a blank wall, so this blank wall could be anywhere in the world. Mate, I could be on Mars. But yeah, thanks to my mate Elon, I'm the first guy on Mars. Got nothing better to do than to populate 404 pages because, well, apart from that, I'm going to be growing potatoes, and we've seen how that ends up, so I'm not going potato farming. Maybe I should present the weather. You know what would be really funny? You're just watching this with no sound. No, it wouldn't be. Be just as funny as watching it with sound, but okay. What else can we tell you? Yeah. I could introduce myself. We've been here all this time. I haven't introduced myself. Hi, I'm Shane. Cleverlogger's my company. I started it 2000. I should be able to remember that. Yeah. Son was born in 2000 as well. Yeah, when my son was born, well, when my wife was pregnant, we decided that we would do nothing that would add to the stress, because when my first son was born, I got retrenched. Lost the company car. Could you imagine losing the company car and being retrenched the week your son is due? First child, got retrenched. No company car, no job. First thing you do, get a car, because face it, if your wife goes into labour and you've got a job but no car, you're stuffed. But if you've got a car, at least you can do something about it. So I did that. Child 2 comes along. Well, it doesn't come along. My wife's pregnant again. Child 2 comes along, and I quit my job, and we move suburbs. Like, we don't just move suburbs. We move from the eastern suburbs out to Lane Cove. Now, if you know anything about Sydney, if you live in the eastern suburbs, there's the eastern suburbs, there's Centre Point, and then there's the rest of the world. So we move from the eastern suburbs to the rest of the world. Away from our friends, away from our support network, all that sort of stuff. Newborn baby. Woohoo! Great stuff. So, getting back to the start of the company. Child 3, my wife's pregnant, and we go, okay, this is it. No more stressors. Okay, I'm got a job, I'm happy with my job, happy enough. And I've got 2 bosses. Now, I better be really careful what I say here, because one of them might watch it, and he's the nice one, but the other one could be watching it, and hopefully they know which one was the nice one and which one was not the nice one. Anyway, so they decided to restructure the company. It's not a big company. It only had 11 people, but they were going to restructure the company. And I worked for the good boss, and yeah, okay, I dealt with the bad boss. I'm a bad employee. Like, if you're a bad employee, start your own company. But if you're a bad employee and bad with finances, don't start your own company, because then you'll just be a homeless bum. Okay, so I start my job. Sorry. They restructure. They threatened to restructure, and they were going to say, hey, don't work for good boss, work for bad boss. And I said, it's not going to happen. And one of my suppliers came along and said, hey, who writes your manuals? I said, I do. And they said, oh, don't worry about it. I go, no, why? And they said, oh, we want someone to write your manual. I said, I'll do that. So I went off, started a company, wrote a manual. I was going to do a bit of programming, gig, and that's why my company name's called OnSolution. Dumb name. Do not ever just think, oh yeah, I'll just name it this and doesn't matter because all I am is contractor. Because here I am 20 years later and my official company name is OnSolution. Really, really dumb. But Cleverlogger, much, much better company name. So we've got Cleverlogger plus OnSolution. And 20 years ago, I just up and leave, start up my own company. 2 months later, my third child is born, and ever since, I'm now a business owner. So the secret of becoming a business owner is just be a bad employee or just have a crappy boss. It's debatable as to which one was the major cause there. Well, that's 20 years ago. Look, I can go through 20 years of history if you like. Just hang around. Just encourage me. Just remember, I'm saying all of this because you're still here. If you're gone, I won't be saying it. So I'm just going to exit stage that direction. Oh, mate, this camera stuff. I'm going to go that way. I'm going to exit, and then I'm going to give you a chance to just leave. So I won't notice you go. You can just like discreetly duck off. And then I'll come back and I'll go, oh, look, you're gone. And then you'll go, you won't go anywhere because you're not there anymore. So here we go. I'm just going to go. This is me going. Bye. You can go. Don't worry about closing the door on the way out. Technically, it's a window. So you go on. Woo. This is me just pretending you're not there anymore, but can't help yourself. Actually, you know what's really, really funny? The only people who are going to be watching this video, well, not me because I made it. I'm not going to watch it again. I know how long I've been talking for. Hi, Nathaniel. Oh, I can't believe that you're still watching this. Chances are you're not. Chances are, would we subtitle this? No, I'm not going to pay that amount. Oh, it's free. Free subtitles. That means that, Nathaniel, you're not watching this. Mate, I'm disappointed. I've made this video 22 minutes so far and no one's going to watch it. Because Tom did his job and no one has come to our 404 page. And this video is unseen. There are some videos that you just don't want to be shown. Actually, everyone's got those videos that they don't want shown. What am I saying? You knew that. You've probably been in too many of them. So this is one of these videos where you're just going, hey, it exists and I hope you never watch it. Bye. But here you are, watching it. Okay, so it must be joke time. Here we go. I tried to make a bear pie the other day, but it was a bit grisly. I've got a cookbook full of these jokes. Just remember that, a cookbook. Now, Cleverlogger. Mate, what can I tell you about Cleverlogger? It's really simple. We put a huge amount. Do you know how hard it is? Do you know how hard it is to make easy to use software? And it's worse than that because just because we think it's easy to use, it has to be easy to use for everyone. Slight sidetrack. I hope you're not the person who did this, but yeah. For example, we tell you if a logger's offline, because if it's offline, we don't know what the current temperature is. And so yesterday, I don't know if I should be saying this, but hopefully it's far enough into the future that no one really knows, someone said, yeah, but it showed me the temperature and it said it was offline, but I thought the temperature was still being updated. You'd go, that doesn't make sense. Offline means that we can't update it. And they said, yes, but you still showed me it, so I thought it was right. And you go, Okay, good point. So now what we have to do is show you the temperature and just say, hey, this temperature is now so old you can't trust it anymore. Maybe we put a question mark next to it. I don't know. But this is what I have to tell my team is just because we thought it was obvious doesn't mean it's obvious. So question mark next to the temperature. Great idea. Once the temperature is a certain time old, we'll put a question mark next to it. I'm glad we had this chat. Do you give advice on relationships? Oh, mate, could you imagine standing in front of a camera talking about a 404 page while seeking relationship advice? Oh. My dogs don't listen to me anymore. They just look at me. I call them. They don't come running anymore. I don't think I'm important to them anymore. I don't know, it's just, I speak, they just ignore me. I take them for a walk at night, just outside, and they run away and I call them back and they just don't respond. I don't know what to do about it. Like, is there doggy counselling services you can go to? Spoke to the vet about it. The vet said, don't worry, they're just deaf, but I don't know. Somehow I feel like, I think it's intentional. I think they're deliberately not listening to me. They are 15 years old. They don't respond to sirens anymore either. That's good. Like, if they're not going to have a relationship with me, it's good that they're not having a relationship with every single fire truck that goes past howling at it. But anyway, no, you really didn't help me with my dog relationship. Software problems. Any good at fixing bugs? Not that there are any bugs, but hypothetically, are you any good at fixing bugs? Okay, I really need to go. Like, mate, it's been 27 minutes. I've spent more time talking to you than I have to my entire team today. They're happy, like they're ecstatic. They're going, oh, he's off the twist again, up there talking to himself. They're right, because like no one's watching this video. Hey, no one. Oh, mate, that would be really funny if you're actually a person watching this video. I just called you a no one. Positive self-esteem 101. Hey, nobody with no life, because you're watching this and obviously you've got nothing better to do. Oh, I could do an entire berating. Get a life, mate. Stop wasting your time just on this nonsense. Like, why are you watching this nonsense? Just, mate, you could stream, like, mate, we've now got so many streaming services. You could be doing, you could just binge watch all of the 70s if you wanted to. Not that it was worth it. I was there. Just 80s not much better. I don't remember the 90s, but yeah. Red Dwarf was in the 90s, that was good. I missed it in the 90s, I caught it a decade later, which is really good because then you do get the chance of binge watching something good rather than waiting for the next episode every week. You could binge watch all my videos. Like, you could go to any of these other pages up here, like shop, and you'll see me. And I can talk to you about stuff that I know you want to talk about. Like Cleverlogger. I might even do a couple FAQs one day. But here you are. Stuck on a 404 page going nowhere. Which is a bit symbolic of, I don't know. What is it symbolic of? I've already derided you for being a nobody. No, a no one. I've never called you a nobody. I called you a no one. Big difference. Is there a difference? Anyway. See, we ask the big questions here on this 404 page. Is there a difference between being a nobody and a no one? What do you think? What I can say is no one will agree with you. Okay, I really need to go. I feel like cheating. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this video and I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste the end of the video so it's going to be twice as long. So instead of being half an hour, this is now going to be 1 hour video. And then you'll continue watching the second half and not realise that all my jokes are repeating. Well, all my jokes have been repeating anyway. They're dad jokes. No such thing as an original dad joke. No. That's wasting too much good humour. So, if it's worth saying, it's worth saying again. And if it's worth saying again, it's worth saying a third and a fourth time. That is the secret behind a good dad joke. Unlike a good curry, you never want a good curry to repeat. Then there's a bad curry. Oh boy, these humours now are starting to hit rock bottom. So I should just wrap up and just go because it's lunch, dinner, breakfast time for you to go. This is a 404 page, okay? There's nothing on it. It's blank, look. Woo! Here's all the information we're going to give you here. 404. There's nothing. No, your sound hasn't failed. I'm not speaking because there's nothing here. Silence. Emptiness. Void. Could be a black hole, but it's white. Could be a white hole. Okay. If it takes 2 men 2 days to dig 2 holes, how many holes can 1 man dig in 1 day? The answer? 1. Because you can't have half a hole. Once you've dug half a hole, it's a hole. It's just a small hole. That's why I failed maths, because, like, that's logical. Maths teachers don't see it that way. They, here's half a hole. Okay. Man's trapped in a room. Room's got no windows, no doors. It's got walls, ceiling, floor. How he got trapped in there, I don't know. He got kidnapped and they built the room around him. Okay. They put a table in the middle of the room. That was nice of them. And he wakes up in this room and he needs to escape. So how does he escape? Here's the secret. He goes up to the table, smacks his head down as hard as he can on the table a couple times until it's sore. Then he uses the saw to cut the table in half. He takes the 2 halves, puts them together to make a hole, and he escapes through the hole. Kidneys. It's not going to get any better. You may as well just like leave. It's a 404 page. There's nothing here. That's the sound of that's it. That's as much information as you're going to get, because I don't know what you're after. I don't know where you came from. Don't know where you're going. Go up there. There's a menu up there. Just choose something from the menu. Do anything. Like, just allow me to stop talking. Please. You know what's really funny about children? You spend your first year teaching them to walk and talk, and you spend the next 17 years telling them to sit down and shut up. Hey kids. You know I've got 3 kids. I've actually got 4. Hi kids. No, my kids don't watch my videos, so no one watches my videos. It's 404 because Tom did such a good job. No one will ever find this video. Woohoo! Mate, this is such good video practice. If you ever want to do video practice, create a 404 page. Just jump in front of the camera, start talking. And talk. Mate, wouldn't it be funny if the mic wasn't connected? Oh, mate. What if I ran out of film? Does anyone even know what film is anymore? Anyway, no, I've got a massive hard disk. This video is going to take 3 days to upload to YouTube. I should stop. It's been nice talking to you. If you've been talking to me, I haven't heard a word. Apparently we're really good at that. We just talk to each other. Like, people just talk, they don't listen. We should spend more time listening rather than talking. But don't bother, because I can't hear you. Like, if you need support, call us. Like, I try to spend a lot of time with my support team teaching them to ask questions rather than talking. It's even worse for my sales team. I don't do sales. I hate sales. There's nothing worse than a pushy sales. There's lots of things worse than a pushy sales. Politicians. Okay, but pushy salespeople, nothing worse than politicians and pushy salespeople, nothing worse. Feels like a Monty Python skit, but anyway. But pushy salespeople, like, no, I don't need whatever. Mental blank. I don't need an idea because I'm midway through a statement. Jeez. Okay, it doesn't matter. I don't need that. I don't need your latest mouse cover. Anyway, so when you call and you say, hey, I want to buy Cleverlogger, hopefully my team will ask questions. What are you trying to monitor? You know, distances or whatever. Do you need alarm straight up? This or that, like, but really what we're trying to do is work out what is your problem, and once we can work out what your problem is, we can then decide whether or not we can help you, because there are some customers Cleverlogger is just not the right solution, and I think that's important. You need to be able to work out whether or not you can help someone, and if you can, this is how we can help you. To me, that's sales, rather than saying, hey, here's my product, you should buy it because it's my product. And so, yeah, if you ever call, hopefully we'll ask questions. Support, hopefully we need to ask questions. And yeah, it's a 404 page. I've got no idea what you're after. Like, what do you want? Why are you here? How can I help you? But I can't hear anything because, like, this is a video on a 404 page. Click on one of the menu items. Shop if you want to buy something, or like info pages up over there somewhere, and I don't know, there's menus, and that's designed to, there's a chatty thing down there. that you can push to ask a couple questions, but it's a chat bot. It's got the intelligence of probably me at the moment. Push that, ask a couple questions. Chances are it'll just say, hey, enter your details and then we'll call you anyway. You could call us. I would tell you the phone number, but we've got about 3 of them, and I think it's 1300 30 33 34. But it could be the one with lots of 8s in it. Anyway, good call. Unless you're overseas, and then it's a different number. Then it's 61 for Australia, 2961464617. See, this is a great thing about being in Australia. Every other country for us is overseas. Like, how many countries in the world can say overseas when they refer to the rest of the world? Like, yeah, you can't when you're in Europe or Asia. Well, you can if you're in New Zealand, but really New Zealand's just a mini version of Australia, just further away, smaller, more compact, mini-me. Oh, mate, I probably just lost all our New Zealand sales with that comment. Both of them. Oh well. I've got a reseller over in New Zealand, and one day they rang up and they said, "Hey, we've just won the contract for the New Zealand Navy, and their vaccine fridge is going to be on the ships." I went, "Whoa, excellent! You must be really excited about that." And they said, "You do know we're talking about the New Zealand Navy here. So apparently both your ships now have a Rolex vaccine fridge." Well, you did, 15 years ago. Because I've been in business for 20 years and I've told you about how the business started, but now I have to tell you the story of what happened in between. And I've got plenty of time because you're still here. Don't you have a life? Like, just go. But no, maybe you just randomly scroll through and you're just looking at random bits of this video. Hi, I'm glad you just tuned in. It's great to see you. I haven't been talking for the last 40 minutes with nonsense. In fact, the video is just starting now, and I'm really glad that you skipped all the nonsense to get to this bit, which is the important bit. Hi, this is a 404 page, and you're wasting your time being here. Just click on any of them. That one. Something in the menu, just click, get out of here, go. And now you can scroll to the end and go. Don't bother scrolling, just click up there, somewhere. There. Geez, I hope I'm pointing to something. I could just imagine Tom placing this video halfway down and just having a bunch of random stupid buttons just above, and I just pointed to the self-destruct button. Can you please press the self-destruct button? Yeah. You know, computers don't have self-destruct buttons. Well, they do, but yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm going to stop. 43 minutes. I've got a timer down there, like 43. It's been 43 minutes since you started watching, unless you've scrolled through and it's been 10 seconds. In which case you can just choose a menu item and go. Okay. Must be time to do a book review. I'm going to do a book review because, mate, I've got nothing better to do. One of the best books on social media marketing. Jab, 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 right hook. Gary V. His name's Vaynerchuk. Like, mate, so he calls himself Gary V. Like, seriously, Gary. Like, my surname is Van der Vostenbosch. I should call myself Shane V. Oh, mate, and I could become famous like Gary. But seriously, great book. Everyone who does social media marketing should do this, like starting with the big boys. yeah, book review. It's a 404 page. I don't know what you're expecting here. Singing. I could sing. I can't sing. I'm not going to sing. Forget about it. It's not karaoke. Second book review. In the interests of safety, everyone should read this, but it's really, really frustrating. It just talks about all the stupid things that happen out there. Stupid things like, why can't we have bottles of water on an aircraft? Like, what is it with that? Why 100 mils? It turns around and says, it's all bogus, and this is why. But as soon as someone starts to do something, it's really hard for others to say, well, no, because you don't want to be seen as the unsafe person. Oh, now you've got me started. Oh, mate. Okay. Strive for 5. What is it with Strive for 5? Anyone who's storing vaccines knows what I'm talking about. Strive for 5. It's meant to be the definitive guide. It's got a line in it that says, this only applies to basic models. Strive for 5 itself says it only applies to basic models. It's got another section in it that says, if you've got a wireless monitoring system, which Cleverlogger is, welcome to the Cleverlogger page, 404, you're not doing anything here, then consult your state health department. Woo! They totally wiped their hands of it. They're just going, here's a wireless system, we don't know what to do with it. Pass it on. You know what the State Departments say? You have to comply with Strive for 5. I don't know what I'm meant to do. Politicians, salespeople, useless bunch. You know what's useless? This page. Woo. 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 It's nothing. More nothing. Nothing there. Nothing there. Total nothing. Not much better. Didn't even bother tucking my shirt in this morning. I've got a window there. I can look outside my window. I can see BWS. Might give you a hint as to if you want to find the office, we're right opposite BWS. Looking in the front door of BWS. You would be amazed at what time people start rocking up at BWS in the morning. Maybe I should wander over there. I could come back with a beer. Just here, have a beer with you. I could go to sleep. I could just have a snooze because apparently you've got nothing better to do. Okay, that's it. I'm going for my black belt. Maybe in the future when you get this far you can say, hey, how did you go with your black belt? And I'll say, shut up, just don't mention the black belt. It was embarrassing. Not looking forward to it, but it's better being fit and sore than unfit and not sore. I'm not sure about that. Why do people do exercise just so that they can rock up to work every day and just go, oh mate, that was a bad workout? Like, anyway, I'm 49. This is what I'm going to do. 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. If you're still here, I'm out. $10. I'm going to stare at you for 10 minutes. Superman stare. Clark Kent stare. How about the sideways stare? Seriously, come on, it's a 404 page. Just no, I'm not going to waste 10 minutes just standing here staring at a camera. Mate, I've got something better to do with my time. Over there. Why don't you go? Anyway, like, follow one of those links. Hit the back button and just report, hey, here's a 404 page and you really need to fix up this link because I just wasted 50 minutes waiting for this 404 video to finish. Do you know how much data I've now used on your internet that you're not paying for because you're at work waiting for this to finish so that you can go to the right page? If my hard disk catches fire in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to be upset. You probably will be none the wiser because I'll just have to start this all over again and do a 5-minute version because there's no way I'm going to spend an hour doing this ever again. $404, there's nothing here. Okay, one last joke. No, because then you'll build up your hopes. 5 jokes, 10 jokes. Maybe one funny joke, but 10 jokes. Just to make sure that you really understand the level. Okay. Mate, I'd love to say the Liberal Party, mate. But then I'd offend half of you and then I might as well say Labor Party. Between the two of them, I think they've got all the jokers. Oh, no, now the other parties are coming to mind. Do you know how many political comments I've made on the way through here? I think I'm a disgruntled voter. Nathaniel, hey Nathaniel, you just walked in, so when you're editing this video, you're there. Do you know how long this is?
I'll go downstairs.
Oh, look, he's got the right idea. He's going because it's a 404 page and he walks in and goes, no, you're talking, I'm out of here. He's downstairs. You should be anywhere else. And then you'd have a life. Or you'd have a Cleverlogger because you clicked on the buy now button up there and you bought a Cleverlogger. Chances are by now you'd have it delivered. You could have had it installed. I could be downstairs helping someone. Could be downstairs helping you install your Cleverlogger. Maybe you've already bought a Cleverlogger. Maybe you've got your Cleverlogger. You came here to work out how to get your Cleverlogger working. You want help? Well, up here, we've got the how-to. Head to the how-to and we'll show you everything, step by step, how to set up your Cleverlogger. It's pretty impressive. Maybe that's what you've been doing, and this has just been on the side, using up your bandwidth. On mute, so you haven't even heard. Oh, mate, you're like my kids. I just talk and talk and talk, and you don't listen to a word I say. Mind you, I wish I listened to the advice that my mother gave me as a kid. What was that advice, you ask me? I'm glad you asked. I don't know, because I never listened. Boom, boom. You can clock that up to one of those 10 not funny jokes. Okay. No, mine's a blank. Mind you, this page is a blank because it's a 404. I should have scripted this beforehand, like, in case you missed it, totally unscripted, unrehearsed. This is just impromptu crap. 50 minutes, 55, 55 minutes of nothing. If you fast forward it, hi, this is a 404 page and there's nothing here. There's a menu. Even Nathaniel walked in a couple minutes ago, saw what was going on, said, hey, there's nothing here. It's a 404 video. I'll go. And he went. But you didn't get the hint. Okay. Oh, I was going to do a what do you call joke, but they're all politically correct nowadays. How can you spot an extroverted engineer? I can make this joke because I'm an engineer. Just in case you missed it with all those dad jokes, pretty hard to tell. How can you spot an extroverted engineer? Because he stares at your shoes when talking to you. No, I've lost it. It's a 404 page. There's nothing here. You came from a link that was broken. Definition of a broken link is one that starts somewhere and goes nowhere, which is now here. For me to tell you, you came in on a broken link. It's not going anywhere. Hopefully, it was a broken link from someone else's website, because it used to be here and we got rid of it. We moved it somewhere, but they didn't know that. Hopefully that's what's happening. You know what would be really, really bad? That you went to one of these menu items and the menu item brought you back here. And you're on this infinite loop as I send you up there and you come back here because Tom stuffed up our website and we've got a broken link that comes here. There is a chance that because out of sheer brilliance or desperation for content, they put a post up that said, hey, here's our 404 video for your entertainment. Actually, given that we still have season 5632 or whatever of Big Brother, it would not surprise me that people are watching this, because I've got a blank wall. And guess what's happening on my blank wall? Nothing. Oh. Same wall, other side. If you want to do a TikTok of this and compress it down to 15 seconds, go for it. Here, I'll do it for you. Boop, boop. I should sing, and then you can turn that into a TikTok. I could dance. I'm learning dancing. Seriously. Ballroom dancing. Pays to know which foot is your left. Or, if you're my partner, pays to learn how to jump quickly. Who would think that dancing could be so hard? But, oh mate, it is just pure mental workout. Apparently it's meant to be a good way of stopping dementia. What was I saying? Anyway, hey, I've been doing ballroom dancing. Geez, it's really tough. Like, you have to know which foot's your left foot. Or if you're my partner, you have to learn how to dance. No, you have to learn how to jump. You are learning to dance. You have to learn how to jump. But yeah, no, mate, ballroom dancing is really, really tough. Like, I would not have expected it to have been as mentally demanding as it is. But apparently, ballroom dancing is really good for stopping dementia. Just because you've got so much to remember. Hey, talking of remembering, I've been learning ballroom dancing, and ballroom dancing, mate. I thought, actually, I didn't think anything when I started. My wife just said, "Hey, do you want to do ballroom dancing?" I went, "Yeah, okay." I never muted my phone, and here we are, 1 hour in before it rings. That is pretty damn impressive. But now it rings twice. Like, what is this? It hasn't rung for 1 hour. Do I take it? Do you want to listen to me talking to someone on my phone? Hello?
Hello, Shane.
It is.
Yeah, it's Perry here from Missing Link Social Media.
Cool. Can I get you to call me back in 2 minutes, because you are now being recorded on my 404 video. So,
okay.
Wait a minute. Perry from Missing Links. Oh, that's
Shot me a message this morning.
I know, that's really good timing. Okay, so you're on my 404 video. So I've just given you a free plug so that if anyone ever makes it this far into my 404 video, they've given a free. But I'll talk to you in 5 minutes, because this video has already gone for 1 hour and 1 minute. You're right at the end, and I'll talk to you in 5 minutes. Catch you soon.
All right, mate. See ya.
Bye. Hi, Perry. I'll shoot you a link, and you can watch yourself being talked to after 1 hour, mate. If you catch it that far, that's it. Like, it's an hour. Hopefully I told one good joke in that entire hour, but I tell you what, my wall has not changed. It's empty. It's a 404 page. Like, just go. I'm going to go down there. I'm just going to hit stop recording, which means that you can stop watching. Have a great day. Please buy Cleverlogger, because it's the best system out there, and you should just buy it, even if you don't want it, because this was a subliminal video to get you to buy Cleverlogger. Nah, seriously, give us a call. Talk to us. But don't watch this video anymore. Call us. Email. sales@Cleverlogger. No, it's team@cleverlogger.com. Bye-bye. I'm just going to hit stop. So, this, not that way. Phone's ringing 3 times. It must be time for me to go. I've had my hour's peace. You've had your hour's polyfiller. Get back to work. I'm hitting stop. Bye.